Hello. So this is an opportunity to look at how I've done my research notes. I'm at the concluding part of it. And now I'm going to take my notes and turn it into a script. So I'll show you what that process is like for me. And of course, you don't have to use every exact step that I use. I'm just walking through it so that if you are kind of having trouble knowing how do I take these research notes, what is the point of them, I'm going to show you that. So my research question for my personal interest is I'm a huge Disney fan, so I'm doing how is Disney responsible for the death of pets? That's right, real animals. So my keywords were Disney, death, pets. I came up with some synonyms here to help me, and I did find some credible sources. I've created my notes, and as you can see, I've made sure there's space in between different points, especially if it wasn't part of the same paragraph. I want to show that I, am not copying it directly. If this was a part that was missing, I want to make sure that I've made an indication. So here's the paraphrase part, and I've done that for my three sources, okay? So now that I'm done and I've already put the information into my own words here on the right side. So now it's really easy for me because I've already got most of my information that I want. I'm going to literally just copy the paraphrased parts. I've done all the work already. Now let me do this again. Just copying the paraphrased part and say copy. I'm going to make a new doc, and I'm going to call this doc my video script. I do think for myself I like having a script just to keep me kind of focused, lets me practice. I do go off script when I talk because I want it to sound, I guess, less rehearsed, but I like to have that there initially so I know what to practice. Okay, so here's my paraphrased information. I may not choose to use them all. Okay, and I'm gonna go back and grab the other sections here. Okay, notice I'm not cutting it out. That's really important because if I cut it, it means it's no longer in my research notes, and I really want to have it there in case anyone asks me, where did you get that information from? I can use Control F and find the keywords and know which source it came from. And then there's all my information. In fact, maybe I have too much information for my project. I'm not sure. Okay, so once I'm done, what I like to do is I just want to think about, putting it into a flow that makes sense. So I just go about looking at which words are linking, and if there's not a linking word, I can either throw in a joke, I can use transition words that we've practiced and just make it sound more, not like a bunch of bullet points being read, right? So I'll just read it out loud. Dalmatians are not as family-friendly a breed as people may think. They are known to bite and don't particularly like children. After the film's release in 1996, animal shelters across the U.S. saw drastic increases of abandoned Dalmatian pets. Animal activists in places like New York City had tried to be proactive about the effect the movie would have on people's impulsive urges to buy the pets. They launched public service announcements, educating people on the behaviors of the breed and what challenges they can pose. So far my notes are actually flowing, but it's a little bit boring, right? Like you're listening to this and you're like, eh. So this is where in my script, I'm going to pause and think about where am I going to add either a picture or a joke or something. I can make a note of that so that it reminds me, hey, when I'm filming this, I want to raise my eyebrow here. I want to look at the camera directly. I want to give a weird face like, what? So that I get the audience's attention. Any notes to yourself are helpful. Okay. So anyway, I will go through that. I'm not going to film the entire process of me going through my notes. That would take a while, but you can check out how these paraphrase notes became my script when you see the final script example, and also how I have the script in more point form notes for myself as well, because I don't necessarily want to memorize every word exactly. I have both the full version script, and I have a point form note script, and I see which one helps me the most, okay? Again, you don't have to have 2 versions of scripts. You don't even have to have a script necessarily, but find whatever works for you so that you communicate your ideas well.